going to say that again. 6 years we first started talking about this, and they kept saying no. Now that leadership isn't there anymore, because we usher in a new era in the DC universe, and we usher out an old era.
All right, I've got another DCEU update for everybody, and this is going to be a rock-heavy update. Dwayne Johnson has been making the rounds. That video that you just saw is something to behold. It is very clear to see that there have been opposing forces behind the scenes trying to get things done for the last 6 years. And that has been very evident since the theatrical release of, not Suicide Squad, but Justice League. But it actually happened before that with Batman versus Superman. And that's when people started, the studio started tinkering with the movies, and it just went downhill from there. The Rock made an interesting point. Now, Black Adam has been actively in development for about 15 years. So his comment is not about Black Adam specifically. It is about DC as a whole and them trying to get Henry Cavill back to be Superman. The studio, Warner Brothers, kept telling them no. What an incredible, just the gall of the studio to ignore the fans, to ignore what makes DC great. You cannot have DC without Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. And make no mistake, The Flash has been long in development, and they were going to erase both Batman and Superman by using the Flash film. I guarantee you, that is being changed. And in fact, there are some reports out there that not only is Henry Cavill back and he has signed a contract, but Ben Affleck is also going to be back as Batman full-time as well, and that he will be signing a new contract. There are lots of reputable sources out there making these claims as of today. I saw them kind of start making the rounds yesterday, but I wanted to make sure that they were real, and sure enough, I am now thoroughly convinced that we're going to have the Trinity in full force going forward, which is incredible. Now, that doesn't mean they're going to be copying, they're not going to be copying Marvel. That is not the plan here. In fact, there's one Twitter post I'm going to show you here from The Rock. There is also another video that I saw, an interview with The Rock just this morning, and I wish I would have had this pulled up as well. I could have talked about this too. But in that video, somebody asked him, if he would like, what his role in DC is going to be going forward, and he said he would actually prefer to be a role as an advisor. That would be his dream job down there. And he said he has DC running through his blood, that he grew up with DC, that these characters, especially Superman, were huge to him as a child, and that, when he was younger and he saw his first Black Adam comic book, he was able to really latch on to that character and saw that character was a little bit different and has had a love for that character for many, many years. And so this, like I said, the film has been in development for over 15 years. I remember I quit my job at Nabisco 8 years ago, and I remember sitting in my car reading stuff about this about 10 years ago. So it's amazing that we're finally getting not only this film, but him and his agent were responsible for getting Henry Cavill back and signed with a new contract, and it looks like we will be getting Ben Affleck back as well. We already knew that Gal Gadot was definitely going to continue forward as Wonder Woman. In fact, Patty Jenkins said that Wonder Woman 3 is not the end, not even close. So it is very clear that they are putting the stones in place to be able to support these characters going forward. This is nothing but good news. We need to support the Black Adam film. I'm telling everybody right now, whether you're opposed to Black Adam, whether you're a diehard Zack Snyder fan and just want him back, and that's your main goal, that isn't going to happen without our support. We have to support Black Adam. We have to show them that we like what they're doing going forward. There was also some information I read this morning, and it was pretty interesting. There are a couple of musical pieces inside of Black Adam, and people have been able to pick out Zack Snyder's Justice League theme in that music. It is played in a few sections of the score for Black Adam. So there is no question that they are trying to fix things. And if we don't support that, they will definitely go in a different direction. And we want to make sure that we are putting people in those seats and we support this film. You know, Zack Snyder has a contract with Netflix. We're going to have to wait and see what happens when that contract does run out. But I will tell you that it looks like there are rumors out there that Keaton will be sticking around after the Flash film as well. And what they might be leading towards is that Final Crisis event. And like I said last November, this was when we knew that merger was going to happen. And you had Zack Snyder posting a Thanksgiving video that had Final Crisis with some notebooks on it in the background, clearly in the shot for people to see. There is definitely a plan and some things happening behind the scenes that we don't know about, but we've had people battling for the fans. The Rock has said in many interviews he's listening to the fans. And if anybody can get it done, he can. And like I said, I wouldn't mind if him or Danny Garcia or any of those individuals that are involved with all of this, if they were the ones that took charge of DC going forward to make sure that the fans' vision does get to come to fruition. Because as a massive DC fan, it is disgusting to know that we have the three most powerful and well-known superhero characters on the DC side, and that Warner Brothers was just not able to capitalize in. How disgusting is that? And the fact that they specifically pushed back. Things are changing. We should all be happy with this. Go support Black Adam. It hits this week. My review will be up on Thursday, and if any more big news happens to hit over the next, 5 or 6 days, I will be covering it. So stick to my channel, and you will be getting the most up-to-date information that is floating around the internet, and we will get through this together. I'm looking forward to it.